Can a foreigner really live in Japan while working as a model? Is it a dream job or a legal and financial nightmare waiting to happen? Japan often looks like a paradise for aspiring models. Fashion, advertising, TV, international brands, and a unique aesthetic that attracts talent from all over the world. But behind the glossy photos and Instagram posts, the reality is far more complex. Today, we are going to talk seriously and honestly about this subject: visas, income, legal risks, contracts, and whether it is actually possible to live in Japan while working primarily as a model. No fantasy, no hype, just facts. Japan is a very particular market. Foreign models are in demand for advertising, fashion catalogs, corporate brochures, TV commercials, e-commerce, stock photos. Japanese agencies often look for Caucasian, mixed, African, or Middle Eastern profiles, people who look international, unique, or non-Japanese faces. This creates the illusion that Japan is full of opportunities. And yes, jobs do exist. But the key question is not whether jobs exist. It is, are they legal enough, frequent enough, and well-paid enough to live on? This is where reality hits. Japan does not have a model visa. To legally work as a model, foreigners usually rely on one of these visas: artist/entertainer visa, work visa, humanities/international services, student visa/working holiday. Here is the problem. Many modeling jobs are freelance, short, irregular, and paid per job. Immigration wants stability, contracts, predictable income. Most models do not meet these criteria. This leads to a dangerous situation. Many foreigners model illegally or in a gray zone without realizing it. Let's talk money. A typical modeling job in Japan might pay 10,000 yen to 30,000 yen per job, sometimes more for commercials, often unpaid test shoots. But jobs are not daily, sometimes not even weekly. Agencies take commissions, and taxes are often ignored until they aren't. Meanwhile, living costs, rent, transport, health insurance, food, visa renewals. Many foreign models discover that modeling alone rarely covers living expenses. Most survive by teaching English, working in bars or restaurants, sometimes illegally, freelancing online, or receiving money from abroad. This is not sustainable long-term. Another major issue: contracts. Many foreign models do not speak Japanese, sign contracts they don't fully understand, and trust agencies blindly. Common problems include vague payment terms, exclusive contracts with no guaranteed work, agencies taking large commissions, and sudden job cancellations with no compensation. There are also scams: pay us to join, you must pay for photos, and guaranteed jobs that never happen. In Japan, contracts matter, but only if you understand them. This part is critical. If immigration determines that you worked without authorization, your income does not match your visa, or you overstayed or misrepresented your activity, consequences can include visa cancellation, deportation, and an entry ban for several years. And here is the harsh truth: ignorance is not a defense. Many foreigners say, "I didn't know. I was told it was fine. My agency said it was okay." Immigration does not care. Let's answer the question honestly. Yes, it is possible, but only if you have a legitimate sponsoring agency, you understand your visa conditions, you earn enough consistently, you treat modeling as a profession, not a fantasy, and you have legal backup and clear contracts. For most people, modeling in Japan works as a side activity, not a main source of income. Those who succeed long-term usually diversify their work, speak Japanese, understand Japanese business culture, and plan years ahead, not months. Japan can be an incredible experience, but it is also a country with strict rules, especially for foreigners. If you are considering modeling in Japan, do your research, protect yourself legally, don't trust social media illusions, and never gamble your visa status. Dreams are important, but reality keeps you in the country. If you want more honest content about life, work, and visas in Japan, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for listening.
Testimony 1. Anna, European female. Fashion and catalog model. When I arrived in Japan, I thought modeling would be enough. I was signed with a small agency in Tokyo. They told me not to worry about the visa at first and said, everyone does it this way. For the first 2 months, I had several shoots. Then nothing. No jobs for weeks. My rent was still due, my visa renewal was coming, and suddenly the agency stopped replying to my messages. I realized too late that I was never their priority. I left Japan after 1 year, with savings gone and no legal path to stay. Testimony to Marco. Mixed-race, male, commercial, and TV extras, I worked mostly in commercials and background roles. Some days paid well, but it was unpredictable. 1 month I made good money. The next month, almost nothing. Immigration asked for proof of stable income during my visa renewal. I could not provide it. My agency helped me find jobs, but they did not help me with immigration. In the end, I had to leave Japan voluntarily to avoid future problems. Testimony 3, Sarah, North American female lifestyle and stock photos. I signed a contract written only in Japanese. I trusted the agent because they spoke good English. Later, I discovered I was under an exclusive agreement. I could not work with other agencies, even when they had no jobs for me. When I complained, they said it was written in the contract. That was the moment I understood that being polite does not mean being protected. Testimony for David, European male. Runway and corporate shoots. I had an artist visa, but only because one company sponsored me. When that company lost a client, my visa was suddenly at risk. I had no backup sponsor, no second contract. I learned that your visa in Japan is not tied to your talent, is tied to paperwork. Testimony 5, Lena. Asian foreigner, long-term resident. Modeling worked for me only after I stopped relying on it alone. I learned Japanese, did interpretation work, and treated modeling as a bonus. Once I became legally stable, modeling became enjoyable again. Before that, it was constant stress. Transition back to analysis. Income instability, over-reliance on agencies. Late understanding of Japanese contracts, emotional and financial pressure. This is not failure. This is lack of accurate information.